Hello, Geminis. Welcome in or welcome back to Midnight Morning Readings. Thank you for viewing me today. We are here to do your general reading, which is good for all placements for the month of May. So we're going to get started and see what your overarching energies are. You have a storm warning, financial constraints, your fourth chakra, door to romance. We're going to see what the overarching energy, my initial thoughts as I've been shuffling is you seem to be going through a process right now of reevaluating your situation, your personal situation with everything. But let's see what comes out in your current energies. All right. Current energies for Gemini, please. Thank you. Thank you. Energies for Gemini. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Bottom of the deck, you have man holding a coin, the angel of strength, and patience. Oh, and your root chakra. I always like pulling out if a chakra shows up, because this really, again, and this is no pun intended, Gemini, they really seem to bring a lot of light and information into the reading as well, because your first chakra is your root chakra. And with having the door to romance as well as your financial constraints and the storm warning, it's really going to be important that that root chakra is very, very clear and open as you're going through this. So it might be indication of you going outside, taking a barefoot walk in the grass or barefoot walk on the beach, or soaking your feet in some water, or something as a means of keeping that, getting connected back to the earth, as far as keeping that root chakra as it's coming in. Because you also got the man holding the coin, the angel of strength, and patience. And it's really reevaluating your situation, because the man holding the coin talks about all of the external abundance that you have. So it could be talking about financial constraints. It could also be talking about reevaluating your situation. You also received the thinking woman, the sun, the cornucopia, and indecision. And I feel that you have a lot of abundance. You have a lot of opportunity that is being presented to you. And you really need to make sure that you are taking the time and the patience. Don't jump right into it and go with, like, right now, like, I've got to make a decision. You need to take some time and really evaluate, because abundance, and, with the man holding the coin, but you also have the cornucopia and the sun. So it's going to be a positive direction, but you also need to make sure that it is going to fit everything that you are asking for, and it is going to serve everything that you need as you are moving into this decision or going through it. Okay. It's just, you need to take some time to really evaluate your current situation as far as what you need to provide for others, as well as what others may depend on you, or what others need from you as a result. So you got a lot that's weighing on your plate right now, Gemini, but I really feel it's something that is worth waiting for, but it is also something maybe that you have been waiting a long time for as well, because the sun, that's that Ace of Cups energy that's coming in and really talking about, your everything is coming together. The cup is starting to overflow with that cornucopia, and everything is going to start coming in. It's just, you need to make sure that you are evaluating everything before making that decision going in. So your challenges, and obstacles, you've got retreat, purification, prosperity, acceptance. And again, it's maybe resisting that urge to make a decision on the spot. It's really making sure that you are taking the time. Do you need to go home and talk to somebody about it? Do you need time to process it? Do you want them do you need to really, do you need, are you a very visual person? Do you need to write everything out? Do you need to run a cost analysis on the situation? It feels good, it feels right, this is the right decision, but you want to make sure that you have all the T's crossed and the I's dotted. So let's go ahead and see what are the challenges. Thank you. Other than challenges and influences for Gemini, please. Anything else going on for Gemini? Challenges and influences for Gemini, please. Thank you. Bottom of the deck, you have expansion, and this is really going to pair up with that patience and that indecision card for your current energies, because it's really about research, and it's really maybe going against that, that flow, that, that initial, gut instinct to just, yep, we're going to do it and we're going to move forward. Whatever this is that's coming in for you, Spirit is saying you need to take your time as you're making the decision, because how fast or how soon the success is, you need to, it could be slower than what you're anticipating if you're not really evaluating the situation, and you need to be thinking, of other things other than just the typical factors that might be in there, whether it's money, whether it's people, whether it's, for some, if this is a job, commute time, those types of things. It's really making sure that you're weighing all of those as far as the other people that may be impacted as a result of the decision. So let's see what else is going on. Is most recent past messages, shadow work, death, judgment. So there's definitely an ending to something that is taking place, which I feel, how do I want to say this? This whatever is coming up for you with that you're dealing with in this current situation, it's a result of an ending of something. So if it's a work related, if this is resonating more like relationship or work related, let's just say, for example, maybe it's because somebody got fired. They got terminated from the job for something stupid or a mistake that you could have very easily made. And so now an opportunity is being presented to you. Understand, everything happens for a reason. Don't take on unnecessary guilt or unnecessary regret or anything that maybe is not placed correctly as a result of holding you back, or making too rash of a decision as you're moving forward. Okay, it's looking at the circumstances that may have led up to it, to take on a more leadership perspective as you are helping to navigate for a solution as you're moving forward. So let's see what's going on in the most recent past. Whoa, okay. Thank you. Yeah, so there's definitely, thank you. You've got shadow work that you've been working on. So I'm really feeling like there's some guilt that you're taking on that may not necessarily be related. It may be an indirect, or it might be bringing up an old memory from a previous relationship or job or circumstance that it's manifesting for you in this situation. So again, leadership is on the bottom of the deck for your most recent past, and it's in the challenges and influence area as well. And so I feel whatever the situation is, however it has come about, it's coming around to you maybe through leadership or through other people that you view to be a leader. And it just, in decisions, is also created, on the bottom of the deck, that maybe you're feeling like something is off. They're not telling you all of the information. And that may be an indication why Spirit is saying you need to kind of hold off before making a decision on something. It could also be a relationship where, a past relationship or other situation is surfacing that is giving you reason to pause as you're moving forward, because there's risk, it's business, and there's shadow work. So there's definitely something you're feeling almost as if they're not being truthful or forthcoming with all of the details, almost as if they're sugarcoating it too much as a means of trying to push something. And or maybe it's a relationship where it's, the person maybe is a little too affectionate, or they're apologizing a little too much, and it's giving you reason to maybe stop and think, is there something bigger? Because with this expansion that is coming in, this is talking about making sure that you're trying to push that that veil as open as possible to make sure that you have all of the information that you possibly can to make a decision as you're moving forward. So let's get some clarifiers from Spirit as far as this, your most recent past messages. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Thank you. Lots of clarifiers for this, which is confirmation of my initial feelings that I have. So first two cards to my left that came out, both came out sideways, and you've got the Six of Cups, and you also have the Ten of Swords. And so the Ten of Swords is, with the Six of Cups sideways, is really talking about something in your past is starting to resurface. And I feel it's not because you're trying to regress in a way of that you're not regressing in a way of saying, like, I still feel guilty of this situation. I feel it's almost that energy is coming forward almost as a warning for you. Really, it's causing the hair on the back of your neck to stand up. And it's really giving you a thing, an opportunity for pause, because the other card that came out is the Devil. So in your recent past, whatever this is, and the reason, this is coming up with that shadow work and really those energies for the past, is because maybe these situations, these feelings came up as a result of decisions that you had made in the past. And this situation you're now in is really starting to feel very similar, and it took you down a path that you don't want to go back down again, is what I'm feeling. Because you also got the Nine of Swords, and this is really getting in your own head, right? So you've got that nighttime anxiety, you've got that that worry, that everlasting, in the back of your mind. But you've got the Nine and Ten of Swords, and the Devil that are in your most immediate, in your most recent past messages. And I feel that this is coming up not because it's something, the situation that is being presented to you today, it's not as a result of this. I feel these energies are surfacing as a warning for you as you are moving forward. The almost as if, is this a too good to be true kind of a situation, and it's causing you to put your guard up. You have to make the decision. Is this guard going up because you're afraid you're going to go back down the same path, or is the situation very, very similar and you don't want to go down, so you're really going to have to kind of weigh this a little bit. It very much also could be very strong energies of, that you have that temptation, but have you really did the shadow work to really release those things that aren't serving you right now, and really working through those energies, because if they're still negatively impacting you today in your decisions, that's why the shadow work is continuing to show up for you. So I really feel as you are going through this, you have that root chakra that showed up, you have that heart chakra initially that showed up, and I think you have a very strong opportunity that is being presented to you, because you have the Six of Wands and you have the Page of Pentacles that is also shown up for you. And I do really feel that you are sitting here looking and saying, yes, I do, this is a really good opportunity for me to do this. I want to make sure that that other situations or feelings or emotions or things, are they surfacing as a means of a warning to me? Or are they doing this as a means of holding myself back? And this is that shadow work that you're really working on, so that it's not blocking that energy from coming through, right? So, however that message resonates with you is what's really going to come through for you. So, coming into your current energies, coming off of the Page of Pentacles, you have receptivity, boundaries. So that boundaries could be very much in recognizing that devil energy, that temptation in your most recent past is coming into your current energies. You know that you have to make sure that you set boundaries and you hold to them, otherwise you may end up straying. You have suspicion, that's on the bottom of the deck. And I feel, again, these energies that are surfacing from a situation that has happened in the past is just giving you a cause for a moment to pause and really reflect on the situation and make sure that, is it really coming through as a warning, or are you afraid that the past may repeat itself, or is it recognition that you have a lot more shadow work to do as far as letting this situation or addressing this situation as far as repressing it. So let's see what's going on. Current messages for Gemini, please. Thank you. Current messages for Gemini. Thank you. Thank you. Anything else? Okay. On the bottom of the deck, family, celebration, flow. You did have flow show up as well in your most recent, in your challenges and your influences, and there's something that is putting an obstacle in your path. And this is where, this Hearts of Busting card is coming out, is this is that shadow work that you have been working on in your most recent past coming into your current energies, is you have been working on releasing that situation, those feelings, those emotions that have taken place in your most recent past, as a means of trying to work on that shadow work to be able to remove those so they don't continue to become obstacles for you. Okay? And, celebration, it's that flow. And that's where, removal of obstacles is, once you remove the obstacles, then the flow starts to begin. And I really feel that that is confirmation of that, because you also got the hemlock, the water hemlock, and the nightshade. Okay? And so, this is really just, this is that shadow work that you are working on, to make sure that you don't end up going back down your path, because I feel once you are removing those obstacles from you, that flow is going to start going through, and then you're going to start recognizing your attributes, your skills, your gifts that you have, and it's going to cause room for celebration once you let go of things that are blocking your path or your flow of energy. And this is where that root chakra is coming in, is making sure, so chakras open from root to tip, but they also close from tip to root. So it's important that you are keeping those flowing, because one feeds the next. One feeds the next. So if one gets blocked, then other ones are going to get blocked as a result of that. So keeping that root chakra open is going to be very important as you're doing this shadow work. So let's see what's going on. Let's get some clarifiers for this incoming. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So very interesting clarifiers that are coming out. First one out is the Queen of Swords. This is a very decisive queen. Okay. She is very, very much, she not only is thinking about the past, she's very, very strategic. She's not only thinking about the next step, she's thinking about the next 10 and what the alternatives are based off of the other decision that is being made. So I feel that as you're going through this shadow work, you're really thinking, is this coming up as a warning, or is it something that's manifesting because I'm afraid to move forward? So as you're navigating that, this is really confirmation that the situation you're being presented with, you really need to be strategic. You really need to take some time to think about this, okay? Because the Three of Wands came out sideways. And so this could impede your ability to grow if you don't get this, what has happened to you in the past, addressed and figure out, is this truly something the shadow work, is this something I truly have not addressed, that I have suppressed as far as addressing and letting go? Or is it something that is coming forward as a warning? So you really need to think about and figure out how this is coming through, because it could be impeding your growth. Because you also got the Queen of Cups, and she's a very, very forgiving queen. She's very compassionate. She's very loving. She's very much one that wants to let things go that don't serve you with love, as well as navigating those. So you have the Queen of Swords and you have the Queen of Cups, that are two very, very, you almost want to feel very opposite types of queens, but they are also very, very confirmative, that these are, these are queens that are going to come in. So you're really weighing these things. Are you just, being very matter of factly, or is this emotions that you haven't really addressed? Because you've also got the Seven of Swords that has also shown up. So you're still feeling in some type of way, that there is, with this shadow work, this devil, this temptation, this, what is hidden? What is causing you to stop and pause? Okay, because you recognize this is a wonderful opportunity, but there's something that is lingering in there that is not letting you move forward. It's giving you that sense to pause, and Spirit is confirming that as you're navigating for this, really take that time out for that pause for your situation. So this is definitely energy that could be resonating as far as a current relationship, a current job, an other type of situation. But whatever it is, it's giving you reason to pause and think as you're moving forward. So your incoming messages from Spirit, on the bottom of the deck, you have, you are not alone. There is change, but you're on the right path. You just have to find balance. Okay? So I feel that, these emotions, these feelings are well justified. You just have to figure out why they're there. Okay, so for Gemini, incoming messages. Incoming messages for Gemini, please. Thank you. Anything else? Incoming messages for Gemini. Thank you. Anything else? Bottom of the deck, you have divine timing. Again, everything happens for a reason. Okay? Letting go. Patience. Okay? Your intuition. All right? This is all confirmation. Okay? That what you are feeling, if this is coming through, it feels like a warning. It feels, something. Listen to your gut. Take that pause. Take that patience. You may also be recognizing that there is something in your past that you need to let go. This is the Queen of Cups energy that's coming in, is helping you to recognize that as a means of letting it go very, very lovingly, very compassionately, as a means of giving yourself forgiveness and giving forgiveness to others, as a means of saying, okay, I'm good, I'm moving forward. Thank you for coming to visit, but you can go now. So you have trust that is in there. You have failure. So I feel that this is also an emotion that is surfacing as a result of what happened in the most recent past coming in, and you're looking at this divine timing. So you also have success and on the right path has shown up again. And I feel that this success and on the right path is this fear of failure. Something has happened significantly in your past. And it has to be major for the devil to show up. It has to be a major faux pas that, that when, as you're listening to this reading, you know exactly which moment in time and situation it is. That you're just like, yep, it was a big screw up. Okay. That, it could be 6 months ago, could be 6 years ago, whatever it is, you know exactly the moment in time that spirit is resonating this message for you. And you're afraid that that history may repeat itself, that you may be tempted the exact same way that's there. But divine timing talks about everything happens for a reason, and it's going to happen when it's meant to. You cannot force it to happen any sooner or later than when it is meant to transpire. So whatever the situation was, it was meant to happen for a reason. The question you need to be asking is, instead of saying, why did I do that? Or why is it happening to me? Is you need to be asking yourself, what what should I be learning from this? Or what haven't I learned from it yet that I am meant to? And change the question and then try and revisit that situation. Because you're on the right path, you're going to have the success and the trust. You're going to have to start trusting yourself again. And you're going to have to start trusting that you're not going to have this situation, this temptation, because if the temptation does come back around again, you are going to have to trust in yourself that you're not going to make the choice again. And only you can do that, okay, through this shadow work that's going on. So let's go ahead and see, let's get some clarifiers for your incoming messages. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Spirit has a lot to say today. Okay, all right. You got some major messages, clarifiers from Spirit. So let's go ahead and get started. So we have the Six of Pentacles, okay? And this talks about, it's a giving and receiving, but I really feel that this is about forgiveness. This is about feeling deserving forgiveness, both giving it and receiving it, forgiving yourself, forgiving others, and vice versa, because they gave you the Lovers. Okay. And so this is about choice. This is about growth. Okay. And this is, am I, now understand, these almost felt like they came out sideways. Okay. And this could be leaning in that direction of fearful of moving forward as opposed to making the wrong decision. So this definitely could be because they came out like this. All right. So did they come out sideways or somewhere in between? This is how this is going to resonate with you. Okay. So, these motions of whatever the decision was that happened in the past is still surfacing today. And these are the things that you have to work on, Gemini. Okay. So, and recognize that if the situation presents itself to you again, you're not going to make the same choice twice, that same decision. Because this definitely came out upright, and it's the Four of Pentacles. And I think you are holding on so tight because you're fearful of losing something. Because maybe you felt like you lost something, or you are on the brink of losing something, that now you're holding on so tight to it that you're almost suffocating it in a way. But I feel that this is also, reflective of the Lovers possibly coming out, somewhere between upright and sideways, of saying, I'm holding on so tight because I'm afraid I'm going to make the wrong decision, or the decision that I made in the past is still coming in because I haven't forgiven myself, or you haven't asked for forgiveness. something like that, or received for forgiveness or something like that, but you're trying to work through that shadow work, that energy, and it's definitely holding on to you right now because the message they gave to you was let go. Okay, you have to let this go. And this is the Four of Pentacles coming in saying, look, you're holding on to something so tightly because you're afraid you're going to lose it based off of what has happened in the past that you may end up suffocating it. Okay, sometimes you have to let something go for it to come back again. Okay, so you have the King of Cups. All right. So, you're looking at this and you've got this Queen of Cups that's in your current energies. And this is really moving to that point of forgiveness, of really coming back to loving yourself because you've got the Ace of Pentacles, which is about new abundance. It's about a fresh start in something. Could be love, could be money, could be um, friendship, could be some kind of abundance, some type of wealth that is coming in, because it's coming in for you because the final clarifier that they came out, which came out upright, is the High Priestess. And this is very, very strong sixth chakra intuition. Listen to your gut energy. And I think you're to the point that you know what you need to do. It's the fear. It's this devil energy that is still almost haunting you from the past that is almost preventing you from moving forward. You know what you need to do, and you know the steps that need to be taken in order to get to this cornucopia, in order for this ace of cups to start overflowing, in order for that. But there's an underlying emotion of fear here. Okay, of failure, of walking away, of losing everything. You're trying too hard to hold on to it instead of trusting in yourself and spirit and the situation and in others, if others are involved, in the job, in the in the family, in the friend, or whatever it is, or whomever it is. Instead of trusting in that, you're trying to hold on too tight, and you're suffocating. You're suffocating, and you got to let it go. You got to trust that you have done everything possible. You got to let it go to see if it comes back to you. And it's all in divine timing. And it's all in divine timing. Okay? So very powerful, powerful message right now for you, Gemini. So let's get if this is resonating as far as a money, career, finance, job-related type situation, we're going to ask Spirit to give us one message card. Okay, it gave you two. So they gave you the Drifter, and that's where I feel like you're currently at. Okay, and it's experiencing life as it comes. All right, and what is this? You're on the right path. Okay, yeah, all right. It's that flow. It's that you've got to let it go in order for the flow. You have almost become your own obstacle to moving forward, and you're going to have to step aside to open the flow up. Okay. They also gave you Heart Home, and it's compassion, and it's that forgiveness that maybe you need to seek, or that second chance you need to take, or that trust that you need to rebuild that's there. So we're going to see as far as this resonates as far as a love, romance, or other type of relationship for you. We're going to ask Spirit to give us one message clarifier for you. Thank you. I almost feel like a broken record because we started with this and we're also going to be close to finishing up with it. Spirit gave you patience. Okay? You may feel like you've been patient, trying to get through this, but, the best things come to people who wait. And whatever the situation is, it's going to be worth it because of these blockages, this knowledge, this flow, things that are coming in that, the risk, the shadow work, there are things you have to work through. And maybe the other person, if it's a relationship, the other person has to work through in order for the two of you to move forward together. Okay? You might be ready, that other person may not, or vice versa. Okay? So it's patience. All right? Final message for the reading. One final message from Spirit for this reading for Gemini, please. Okay. They both came out at the same time, so I'm taking them both. All right. Protect your dreams. You are the guardian of your precious dreams, and they are safe in your care. Keep them close to your heart until you're ready to release them. And this is confirmation of letting go. There's something that you are holding on to, and you're holding on almost too tightly in order to let it go for it to come back to you. The second message card they gave you is protection. The fairies of protection are shielding you with magical fairy ring of love and light. Practice psychic protection before embarking on any spiritual work. This can also be a reflection of the high priestess coming in, is mentally preparing yourself, spiritually preparing yourself, so that when you do and you are ready to let things go, you are ready to protect yourself for whatever the outcome is. Very, very strong, very powerful reading this month, Gemini. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it provided some clarity. I would be truly grateful if you'd hit that like, subscribe, and share button on your way out. And we will see you back here next time. Take care.